Great. Thanks, Henry. Thanks to the government of Japan, and thanks to all participants in the summit. Ladies and gentlemen, if we are truly serious about the principle that all lives have equal value, then one of the best ways we can prove that is by making nutrition a top global, regional, and national priority for the long term. And that's why this summit is so important. To move from this principle to practical actions, we've got to start by integrating nutrition directly into health systems at every step. Why? Because the foundation of any health system is the immune system strength of the people in it. If we don't protect nutrition from the beginning, we know that health budgets are increasingly going to be spent on treating disease and on responding to pandemics instead of being invested in prevention and in creating better health. So we can turn this around if we choose to make that commitment. Our commitment as Nutrition International to be delivered by 2030 is to prevent at least 4.4 million cases of stunting, to prevent at least 60 million cases of anemia, and to reach at least 150 million children with 2 doses of vitamin A each year, as well as provide and coordinate the global supply of vitamin A capsules. For all of us to meet our summit commitments, we need to be laser focused on action in support of our country partners. And that means connecting national policy with subnational action and supporting governments to prioritize high impact interventions for scale up through the most efficient platforms. That also means supporting the creation of costed, evidence-based nutrition plans and making sure they're financed. So we have to engage much more with multilateral development banks like the Asian Development Bank and the African Development Bank, as well as the World Bank. And all development banks, as well as donors, must have nutrition smart portfolios across the board. And finally, it means breaking down silos between sectors and making sure we take a comprehensive, no missed opportunities approach to nutrition. Equality, equity, dignity, and good health for all are the measures of positive progress for humanity. We believe that building this better world, a world where no one is left behind, starts by ending malnutrition. We can bring hope to millions of people around the world. That's the opportunity of this summit and the opportunity in front of all of us that we must seize today. Thank you.
You talked about the importance of taking a no missed opportunities approach to nutrition. So what do you mean by that? And how should it influence our approach to universal health coverage? Joe.
Thanks, Henry. So the way that sectors are organized and the way that development is financed and structured means that we tend to build disconnected initiatives that are actually targeting the same people. So what I'm talking about is the need for a shift in mindset in nutrition, where we systematically identify opportunities to add nutrition everywhere that it makes sense to, and we use nutrition entry points to add value in other areas. So for example, if we're doing an emergency vaccination campaign, we don't miss the opportunity to provide vitamin A, and we're screening children for severe malnutrition at the same time, every time. In a social protection program, we don't provide staple foods, we provide fortified foods. And maybe at collection points when people come to get their ration, we're screening for malnutrition. And while we're at it, why not tuberculosis also? Education, same thing. We have to help them see nutrition as an investment in education outcomes for children and for adolescents so that it's part of their plans as well. So if we bring these things together in nutrition, we can increase our impact, we can put the focus back on prevention where it belongs, and move towards universal health coverage. It can also help evolve our thinking towards universal nutrition coverage too. Thank you.
Excellent. An end to silos and I suppose a beginning of a joined up approach. Everybody and everything is connected. Thank you very much indeed to Dr. Nadra Franklin and Mr. Joel Spicer for answering the questions and sharing your respective commitments.